how could Feng Shui design help a fertilitite? Is there a room that they should focus on for creation? Would it just obviously be their bedroom or what? Lois Kramer Perez is owner of Your Space and Your Soul. She's a certified Feng Shui practitioner. She does hypnosis and past life regression and is a board member of the International Feng Shui Guild. She is a teacher and a speaker and an expert guest on topics such as Feng Shui, consciousness clearing meditation, and tools for releasing stress and creating a healthy body and healthy mind. Lois is a contributing author to Natural Awakenings, Inner Realm magazine, and in the book Breakthrough Results, which is available on her website and Amazon. Known as the Queen of Shui, she's a catalyst for change, inspiring you to seek and create new possibilities in your life. Let's meet this Queen of Shui, Lois Kramer Perez. Welcome, Lois. Thank you so much for joining me. Okay, so you have so many gifts. You have so many amazing gifts. Is there something that you would say you specialize in?
I would say what keeps coming up for me is the guided meditation.
Okay.
Because that's something that I never expected I would be doing for someone that couldn't sit and watch a movie without having to get up and walk around. Right. So if you said, oh, you're going to one day be meditating, let alone leading these meditations, I'd be, what? Oh, you're not emptying my brain.
Right, right. So I also tell my clients to meditate, but I get a lot of pushback because they say, I can't. I don't know how to. And the thing that I love about you is that you really, well, first of all, you have a 30-second meditation. Why don't you talk about that? What is that? A 30-second vacation, right?
Yes, I call it a 30-second vacation.
Yes.
Because what I found, if we just start with 2 deep breaths,
okay,
and if we redirect our attention from where we currently are to something different, we can begin to shift our state. So I love following nature. I love following all different types of scenes. Mm-hmm. Going out and recording these little mini videos by a stream, in the rain, in the snow, looking into a flower, blowing a wish, and directing someone to just follow me along. Take 2 deep breaths, focus on the flower. We're taking a 30-second vacation. And those 2 deep breaths will have you redirect your attention from the state you're in. And very often, you might find that you may sit for a few more moments and focus on a few more deep breaths, maybe watch another 30-second vacation, or maybe start to look out the window. And there you have it. You've begun with one simple step.
Okay, I love that. And I also love, because I saw you in another interview, talk about meditation doesn't need to be to sit there thinking about nothing, which people are like, I don't know how to do that. I'm thinking about everything. But you say you don't have to think about nothing. You just need to focus on one thing. So can you go into what that could possibly mean for people?
Absolutely. So I found, for me, I like to follow a story. I like to listen to a story. So that's why I developed what I call the guided meditations. Okay. They're actually guided clearing meditations because while we're going into a relaxed state, we can actually release stress, release things we're holding on to. But the guided meditation could be as simple as sitting, having a cup of tea, looking out the window, and just breathing, staring at a flower, listening to the birds. Mm-hmm. Some people find ironing is a way that they meditate because they focus on one continuous action. It could
But is your brain going crazy while you're ironing, or that doesn't count?
Well, if you're ironing and you find it relaxing, you find that you're focused on the ironing.
Okay.
I had one student, this young boy, he was lovely, worked in a restaurant, had to iron his white shirt every day. And he said to me what he would do every morning, he would get out the ironing board, and as he ironed the white shirt, he would just feel relaxed and getting ready for the day and just allow his thoughts to drift. So that was his way of meditating.
Okay.
So doing any one particular thing in a continuous fashion.
Okay.
As simple as focusing on your breath, looking out the window, reading something over and over. Some people like a mantra. When I first started my Reiki studies, one of the walking meditations my teacher taught me was, I am a flower I'm feeling fresh. So we would take a breath in. I'm a flower. I'm feeling fresh. I'm a flower. I'm feeling fresh. We can think about anything that fills us up. Find the way that we like it. It doesn't have to be like anybody else. Because if we think we have to empty our mind, we will be focused on, oh my gosh, how do I empty my mind? What does that look like? So even when I lead a guided meditation, I'll direct people to notice if thoughts are coming into your mind, just let them in. Let them in and let them out. The thoughts come in, the thoughts go out. Just the way the waves of the ocean, they come into the shore and go out to the sea. And before I know it, we're all focusing on, oh, the waves are coming in, they're going out. The thoughts are coming in, they're going out. And there we have ourselves in a state that's much different than when we have our thoughts and loops racing through our mind. Our blood pressure reduces, we begin to relax, our breathing becomes into a different rhythm.
And that all, of course, affects your systems. And I'm sure it also, and I know it also affects your productivity. Because when you can focus on one thing, you do that one thing really well, and it takes a much shorter time. Correct?
Yes. I used to think I was the best multitasker that ever lived. Oh, I would hang my hat on it. Oh, I could do a million things at a time. Then, when I began studying my Reiki, my Feng Shui, these clearing meditations, I realized I do one thing at a time. I stop and I focus on one thing at a time. Because then I know I'm getting it done. I'm not diluting whatever I'm doing. So even if people think they're thinking about multiple things at one time or doing many things, they're actually jumping from one activity to another, second by second by second. And the brain and the body can't seem to grasp that. So we put ourselves in a stress mode.
Yes.
But if we stop and relax and say, wait a minute, I'm just going to do one thing for now, for this 5 minutes, small little chunks, and just enjoy those 5 minutes. And then I'll see what's next. Big difference.
Yes. Yes. And as I get older, I need to do one thing at a time to relieve. I'm noticing I'm getting more anxious as I get older because I am more pulled. I'm pulled in so many different directions. And when I'm trying to take care of the kids and something with work comes up, and it's like, that's why I've decided I'm going to start cutting off the time that I stop working. So it's just the kids. So if they are going crazy, and my daughter is, giving her Barbie a bath in Coco's water bowl, it's okay because I don't have to think about my clients as I'm trying to clean up this mess and take care of my kids.
That's an excellent point. We need to set boundaries.
Yes.
We are the ones in charge of us. I'm the boss of me, and I decide what I choose, how I want it to be, and how I decide I'm going to feel about it. And once we begin taking that responsibility, it's so liberating.
Okay, so how could we turn this into helping my fertilitites? They're very focused on one thing, getting pregnant, okay? But they're not. How could your practices maybe help them get into the right mindset for getting pregnant?
I would say that we can use this as a tool to get in touch with our body and to get in touch with the part that's responsible for allowing the body to receive what it needs to create that new life. We are so complex and we have so much power if we direct our attention to all the parts that are in there waiting for information, waiting for instructions. So our self-talk, our self-thoughts are really powerful. If we find ourselves saying out loud one thing, I'm going to get pregnant, but in our mind saying, oh, I don't know if I can do this, what's going to happen? We're sending mixed messages. When we give our bodies direction, the part that is now in charge of that will do everything to maintain that identity. So we really want to be sure how we think, how we talk to ourselves, and start to begin to create a new relationship with all of those parts.
Okay. So if I'm going through IVF, I'm freaked out because I don't know what it means.
Okay.
I have to do all these shots. I don't know how I'm going to feel. And that's really why I started the FU project, was to help them know exactly how you're going to feel and take away fear of the unknown so that they're going into it with knowledge and expectation. Is this kind of what you're talking about, to then get that worry away so that they can focus on feeding what's inside of them? to accept the embryo.
So what's wonderful about what you're offering is you're taking all the fear and the unknown away. You're calming people down by showing them this is the process. They can understand what's coming next. When we don't know what's coming next, we can imagine anything. Our minds go crazy, but having the understanding of knowing, okay, this is the process. Step 1, step 2, step 3. And now it's my job to talk to my body. And one of the ways that we can focus is connecting to our second chakra, because the second chakra resides in our abdomen. And we can imagine this right below the belly button, this beautiful orange glow that forms this beautiful orange jewel. And this is responsible for all the organs connecting to our creation, connecting to our fertility. Okay. So we can think about connecting to that and loving that part of us, allowing all distractions and all blocks to be released by breathing into that and loving it and allowing this to clear.
Okay, so you do Feng Shui design as well. And I'm sorry, you just had to see my office. That's horrifying, but you can help me. So tell me though, how could Feng Shui design help a fertilitite? Is there a room that they should focus on for creation? Would it just obviously be their bedroom or what?
Well, actually, I'm going to talk about a few different places in the home that they should think about. The first one is the front door. Because if we look at the front door of our homes, that is the mouth of chi, as we say. Chi meaning energy. How does our energy come into our space? So we want to invite the energy to come in a graceful way. So is the front door working? Is it free of obstacles? What does it look like? How does it feel when we enter our front door? Because that's the first stop to our subconscious. And coming home and how we connect to that feeling, whether we're aware of it or not, has a big impact on what happens within our bodies. So look at your front door and see how it feels. See if it's inviting. Make sure the energy can come in and the front door can open easily, that it doesn't get stuck. We don't have things around the front entrance that we might trip over or create a blockage. So allowing that to become free.
Okay.
The next thing I would look at the center of the home. Because if we think about logically, everything that happens at the center affects everything. If we think of the person who's the center of the family, when anything happens with that person, it affects the entire family. So we look at the center of our home as a place of balance, the place of health in some cases. We want that center to be free of obstacles, to be maintained well, to have a nice sense of feeling so the chi, the energy, can move through it. So that's the second place.
Okay.
Now the third place, the bedroom. The Feng Shui bedroom in general should be a very calming and intimate place. So I would suggest that families that have children already or have other family members to keep all of those photos out of the bedroom. The bedroom should be just for the person and their partner. It's very private. We don't want anybody watching as we are having our intimate moments. The second thing is look at what's under the bed. Yes. We recommend that you keep the bed clean under the bed, free from any obstacles. If it's absolutely necessary to store things under a bed, then what I would do is put only sheets and pillowcases and things that would be appropriate for a nourishing sleep. One Feng Shui recommendation I like to give is place a piece of rose quartz between the mattress and the box spring in the corners of each of the bed. That's one of my Feng Shui magic secrets. That Feng Shui crystal, the rose quartz, is unconditional love. And by having the four corners connect with that energy of unconditional love, the people that share the bed become even closer and have that special bond. We really want to reinforce all love in all aspects because this is a place you're creating something out of love.
I love that. Thank you.
Is there a room already prepared for the new baby that's to come? Sometimes people have it ready or they've designated a room. Well, take a look at what's in there before you even start the process to conceive. Get it prepared. Remove any things that you might be storing in there. Well, when the baby comes, we'll clean it out. Don't wait. Start preparing to receive this beautiful new energy, to come into a beautiful, loving space. So those are just a few tips of things we can do.
And what about after a miscarriage or a failed round of IVF? How could these practices help somebody?
Well, I would look at all of the suggestions I made previously to see, are any of these things in place, or there are some remedies they need to do. Okay. The next thing I would do is, we can use a set of beautiful brass bells and just ring some bells to clear the space. Sometimes people use sage, but people can be very sensitive to burning sage. It has a very strong smell. Mm-hmm. I use hypoallergenic methods. I ring bells and just feeling that.
Relaxing.
It's very relaxing. You see what it does to your body, and actually ringing these brass bells can clear 30 cubic feet of space from things that are impurified, that are not purified.
Okay.
And then, of course, they can call me, and I use my dowsing methods, and I can help clear the space from any energies, whether it be geopathic stress coming from the earth, maybe some metaphysical, some emotional things, and also work with clearing the person and their particular energy fields. But what they can do for themselves is really get in touch with understanding that it's time to begin anew, the excitement of the possibilities that are coming, and love the abdomen, love that second chakra. Really get in touch with that part of the body that's responsible for creating a healthy, vibrant, beautiful new life. Working with that beautiful orange ball of light and connecting there.
So how can they do that? How can they work with that beautiful orange ball of light?
How about a little demonstration?
Okay.
Okay. So what we would do is get comfortable.
Okay.
Okay. Feet on the floor, and take a nice breath in through your nose, and out through your mouth. I'm going to ring the bell. Listen to the sound of the bell and just allow that vibration to begin to relax all aspects of your body, knowing all you need to do is breathe. And now with your next breath, close your eyes and place your hands on your abdomen and just smile into your breath and see this beautiful orange jewel begin to form. The more that you breathe into this beautiful orange jewel, feel all aspects of your second chakra begin to clear, rejuvenate, and nourish all organs connected, all aspects of our creation. And just feel the power and that warmth as we connect to that power that we have within, to love every part of ourselves, to love every part of our being, to love this beautiful orange jewel. Take another cleansing breath. And when you're ready, open your eyes. So that's just a very simple way to get in touch with our bodies, to connect to the parts that need our love and affirmation. That caring, because this creation center that we have is so magnificent.
So the touching and the breathing through and the visualizing.
Yes.
And I did see, am I supposed to see a jewel? Because I don't know if it's the lights in my eyes, but I just closed my eyes and there was immediately this orange jewel like right in the middle.
Well, that's your connection to your chakra.
Oh, okay.
And we all will experience this in different ways.
Lights.
It could be, but you've created something based on who you are. We all have to understand, we all go through these meditations, through these connection to our bodies in a different way. So some people might see an orange jewel. Some people might feel it. Some people might see a connection of something completely different. The main thing is that you're having the experience that works for you.
Okay, thank you. That was an experience, and I definitely felt that. Thank you. And I love those bells. I've only heard about clearing rooms through sage, but when I do that everybody freaks out and they're like, oh, I can't breathe. And I
So-
love the smell. of
Well, there
burning
are
sage.
alternatives. So we have to find what suits us and what suits our family.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me on FUTV today. And Lois, thank you so much for being our guest. Lois has offered any of my FUTV viewers a free 15-minute phone consult. So, Lois, can you please tell them how to find you?
Go to loiskramerperez.com and you could download your complimentary 10-minute tune-up to experience the beginning of your guided clearing meditation. And I've got an entire page of 30-second vacations that you could choose from. Please experience that and enjoy.